Born and bred in Tuscaloosa, not raised in Baton Rouge. Didn't ride no wagon train to Norman or to Boone. They said I'd never make it, just a name they overlook. Now I'm burning up their game plans and ripping up their books. No 5-star shine, no silver spoon. I came up grinding on the Friday night moons. Now they feel me coming like a 4th down blitz. Got them talking sideways, throwing fits. But I must admit, I can't quit. 'Cause I'm the outlaw of college football. Ain't no stripes can
This is the home of the Common Joe and the Common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Speaking of Common Joes and Sallies in the know, helping with the show right down here, as you can see, we got some donators to the program and the Outlaw Posse Deputy Gold donors. We got a few new ones, as a matter of fact, and they are Corrections 101, AB versus the World. John Hazelton, Bambi Shaw, and Sheldon Lammy are now in that gold club. And if you want to donate to the program, you can do so through Cash App and Venmo, as you can see the stuff coming across the screen to help me curb the censorship that YouTube has put upon me for resharing Charlie Kirk TikTok videos till December 14th. Now, getting right to it here. I'm going to bring up a clip for y'all in just a second. Probably going to aggravate and piss some of y'all off. You know, I aggravate and piss some of y'all off myself. Even done a little bit of an apology video as well to try to patch things up, because there's no need for friction between two of the greatest programs of all time, two of the best blue bloods of all time, in my opinion, gold bloods of blue bloods. That's Alabama Crimson Tide and your Oklahoma Sooners as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring that clip up for y'all, and y'all tell me what y'all take out of it.
Which we do best here. Oklahoma beats Alabama 23-21. I was there, so I saw it with my own two eyes. 3 Alabama turnovers, and these are the drives first. Before we talk Ty Simpson, these were the drives for Oklahoma. After a punt return, a 23-yard drive for a field goal, a pick six, a 31-yard touchdown drive after an Alabama fumble, a 41-yard field goal drive, and a 22-yard field goal drive after an Alabama fumble. That's it. That's how Oklahoma scored their 23 points. Kane Womack's defense played their butts off.
Jim, I think, I fear that there will be 25 different variations to overanalyze this loss, and I don't think we should overcomplicate it. Because when you look at the stat line, and I'm not huge on stats overall, there's very few that I think have a real significant contribution to winning and losing. But if you don't turn the football over 3 times in this game, you don't lose the game. Let's not overcomplicate this.
Yes.
You almost doubled the total yardage. You almost doubled the passing yardage. Almost doubled the amount of first downs. All right. And you gave the ball away on 3 separate short fields. And I don't know how we can over-evaluate how you lost the game. Is the run game, that we've critiqued here the last several weeks. Saw some flashes with Daniel Hill. Looked like it, there were some moments in there where they got a couple things going. Oklahoma can't run the ball. Oklahoma hasn't been able to run the football all year long.
Yeah, Alabama won the rushing battle 80-76.
Yeah, right. John Mateer does not throw a touchdown. All right.
Yeah.
Outside of the one big run, they completely shut down quarterback run. So we can look at this in a variety of different ways. The bottom line is it was a sloppy game for Alabama when it came to ball security. I mean, even the wideouts and the drops and the soft handling with the football, and you can't do those things versus a good football team. And remember, that Texas team that just got waxed at Georgia owned Oklahoma.
Yep.
And so
He said Texas owned y'all. I know it's going to piss you off a little bit. I don't see it as Texas really owned Oklahoma. I just see it as John Mateer is fresh coming off of surgery, and things are just a little shaky for Oklahoma, and Texas caught them at the right time.
I think just to put into a little bit of perspective, if you look at college football just across the board this season, we've seen this and for various different spots. And you know what? We're going to see it again this week, and somebody's going to do it the following week. Miami did it versus Louisville. 4 turnovers, Louisville doesn't turn the ball over. You lose, right? And then you start to get, I mean, look at the A&M South Carolina game and how that thing played out. The margin of errors that these guys are playing with now is so razor thin. And you're now in the month of November, and you're playing the meat of your schedule versus top quality competition. I don't think it's fair to all of a sudden look at Alabama now and say the sky is falling off of this result, because you hate to lose this game this way, but you'd be far more concerned if you went out and you got drubbed 34-3.
I'm going to stop it right there. They're going to say some pretty interesting stuff later on that show as well. It's called The Next Round. Y'all go check it out. It's a pretty good show, actually. Tom Luganbill is pretty unbiased when it comes to stuff like that. And as Tom Luganbill said, for all you Alabama fans out there that think the sky's falling off of one loss to Oklahoma, it's not. And the Oklahoma fans that think that some of these Alabama podcasters and some of these shows like this one are saying that Oklahoma's win was sort of fluky or a fluke, I wouldn't necessarily think it's that. I think they're just pointing these things out to let Alabama fans know to stop thinking the sky's falling, because it's still right there in front of us and Oklahoma. We can both make the playoff. Even if it comes down to Notre Dame, they should get in because strength of schedule is supposed to be factored more in this year. Now, whether they do or not, I don't know if they will or not, because those guys in that room, they change the criteria each and every week, it seems like, as to how they rank these teams. But I don't think those guys were saying that it was a fluke. They were just pointing out the obvious, that if Alabama doesn't turn the ball over 3 or 4 times, and he does go on to say in his show that Alabama probably wins that game by a couple of scores, not just 1 or 2 scores, but maybe a couple of scores, maybe even 3 scores. But they didn't, and that's the bottom line. So we're going to have to get over it, move on as Alabama fans, and hope that maybe, just maybe, we get a rematch with Oklahoma. And that brings me to Heather Dinich, who in her usually I don't agree with much that she says, but I do agree with her in this, that if Alabama and Oklahoma both get in and they get that extra SEC team in, they're going to try to want to match up one of these SEC teams against each other early on to try to get rid of some of them, so we have more of a national flavor for ratings. Because if it's just SEC teams at the end, you end up having bad ratings because the rest of the nation is not as invested in it. But she was saying that she thought that if Alabama and Oklahoma both made the playoff, that they would end up playing again, but this time it would be flip-flopped, and Alabama would have to go to Norman and play Oklahoma. So all the Alabama fans out there, including myself, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. We might end up playing Oklahoma again, and if Oklahoma beats us again for a second time in the same season, what are we going to hold on to then? So just be careful what we wish for, because you might just get it. Now, as far as Oklahoma goes, I want to touch on the fact that they got Missouri right in front of them. Missouri right now is sort of a dangerous team. I know they got quarterback issues. I think they've had a couple of quarterbacks injured. I think they may be down to the 3rd-string quarterback. I could be mistaken on that. If I am, correct me in the comment section. But they do have a great running back. Oklahoma, I think, is pretty good against the run. Oklahoma's pass defense is where they're lacking just a little bit. And it doesn't look like Missouri can take advantage of that. So Oklahoma should be good in this game. Plus, it's in Norman. But if for some reason, and Oklahoma's done this in the past under Brent Venables, I hate to be a negative Nancy here, but in the past, they have won big games and then turn around and lose a couple of games that they're not supposed to lose. The year they beat Texas, they turned around and lost to Kansas. I can't remember who the other team was that y'all lost to. It might have been Oklahoma State. I can't remember. But y'all ended up losing 2 games after Texas. So don't get all enamored with the Alabama win. That sort of happened last year, right? Y'all beat Alabama, and y'all went to the bowl game and lost to Navy. So it's right there in front of you. A lot of people say that Oklahoma's time was supposed to come next year, but it looks like Oklahoma's time may be now. You don't get many opportunities sometimes to get a chance to be in the playoffs. Even though it's 12 teams now, it's a very precious situation for all of college football to get one of these bids. And if you're in position right now to get it, you need to take it. You got 2 teams in front of you that are struggling. Missouri, quarterback issues, banged up. LSU, all sorts of issues. I don't know where to begin. All I know is that they're firing somebody every other week. So this is a great opportunity for Oklahoma to move forward and to help Brent Venables secure himself as the Oklahoma head football coach in the distant future. Big picture. It could really help push Brent Venables' career to the next level. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as I said before, if you want to help us curb this censorship that's on us right now with YouTube, for me resharing Charlie Kirk TikTok videos, all you got to do is hit me up on money $ JPC316 on Cash App, as well as JPC316 on Venmo. I can also take donations through PayPal. You can hit me up on Jesse Paul Clark on Facebook if you want to be added to our multi-chat. With that, I'm out of here. TMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed. Did you know that many Medicare Advantage plans are going to change for 2026? This year, it is more important than ever that you meet with your local independent insurance agent to make sure you have the right coverage for 2026. You've seen the ads and gotten the spam calls from people you can't even look in the face. Timothy is a licensed independent agent in Oklahoma that is contracted with multiple carriers, which means he can help you shop multiple companies to find the right plan for you. He's not some faceless guy that's calling you from God knows where. If you or someone you love is on Medicare or is about to age into Medicare, reach out to Timothy and let him help you make sense of it all. This AEP from October 15th through December 7th. Timothy is available to help Oklahoma residents find the right plan. Tell him the Outlaw sent you. You can reach Tim at 918-771-9711 or go to TimothyKnowsMedicare.com. Timothy Knows Medicare is not affiliated with the government. Timothy is an independent insurance agent that works for you, the client.